To learn more about the science behind SOFIA, I went straight to the main man himself, Eddie Zavala, the program manager for SOFIA.
And SOFIA's right behind me. She's a flying telescope. So inside this aircraft we have a German-built 2.5-meter telescope inside a 747 SP aircraft. Now some of you may ask, how is SOFIA different than Hubble or any other telescope that orbits? Well, Hubble is a type of marvelous telescope that has some capability, but it is limited. And so it's revealed what I'd like to call the crime scene. The capabilities of SOFIA is to do infrared astronomy. What SOFIA does is called spectroscopy. It's astrochemistry. And so the way I like to think about it is that it's doing the DNA analysis of those crime scenes that Hubble has found. We can look for carbon, water, hydrogen, oxygen, and different types of tracer elements that can tell us a lot about the universe. And that's how SOFIA complements Hubble and other observatories that operate for the science community.
As my time here with SOFIA draws to a close, wanted to first of all thank those that made it possible. The good folks at ICC, of course, for giving me the support, the administrative support to apply for this program. My friends in e-learning, Dean of e-learning, give me the chance to get away for a week and have this experience. I'd like to thank, obviously, my family for supporting me through this entire process. It's been a long process. I applied back in December of 2014, and I'm only now flying, so it's been a long journey. I'd like to thank the folks that put this SOFIA program together, at least on the public outreach side of things. And that includes my chaperones this week. We have Pamela Harmon and Coral Clark. They work through Ames and SETI, and they actually set this up, this AAA program, this Astronomy Ambassador program, Airborne Astronomy Ambassador program. They're the ones who coordinate it all. They're the ones who help to select the teachers that get a chance to fly. And then during the flight week, they're the ones who make sure that we get around. They make sure they take care of all the hotel arrangements and all that kind of stuff. They take us not only here to the hangar for the flights, but also we've still got some extra tours coming up. We've gotten a chance to see the mirror refinishing facility. We've gotten a chance to see the instrument lab. We're going to be going to the Blackbird Park a little bit later on to see some cool planes, and also later on to the Science Center of California to see the Space Shuttle Endeavour. So they've really made the entire week so exciting and so fun and so educational. And that's really, I guess, the whole point, is to be able to share all that information, this whole experience, with my students. And I've gotten a chance to do some live footage, some live feeds, as well as taking all kinds of photos and video, and I'm trying to package those up to share those with my students. And for the general public, I'm going to try to put together a post-SOFIA program for April the 20th. I'll do that on the Fulton campus of ICC. So keep an eye out for details about that, but I'm going to be giving a talk about what my whole SOFIA experience was like. But certainly couldn't have been possible without the SOFIA coordinating, and as well as the actual crew that flies with SOFIA. They were so generous with their time when we were flying. They had their jobs to do. They had to make sure that the plane got in the air. They had to make sure that the telescope was operating properly and they were getting data. And yet, on top of all that, they were more than happy to talk with us, to tell us what they were doing. They explained their jobs, and it was really a beautiful thing to see these very talented people working together to make this thing possible. When talking to Randy, the mission director too, who has a long background in working with telescopes, land-based telescopes. He's worked on Gemini, he's worked on the Large Binocular Telescope in Chile. He's worked with some of the biggest telescopes on the ground. And I asked him, why then did you shift to SOFIA? And he's like, it's a telescope in an airplane. Why would I not do this? So, it's amazing that you can put a telescope in an airplane. The engineering that goes into creating this 100-inch telescope and putting it in a plane and making sure that it can be stable and cold, it's got to be cool. It doesn't want to pick up its own radiation. It doesn't want to see itself. It wants to see the sky. And so it's got to be cooled. It's got to be stabilized. All these things. And that's not just to get data. Then you've got to be able to process the data. It's just an unbelievable feat of engineering. And the grasp of the science is amazing as well. So to see all these pieces come together in the service of learning about the cosmos, learning about star-forming regions. The grad student that I got a chance to talk to, she was essentially studying star-forming regions in dwarf galaxies, and it's really exciting. So it's just been an unbelievable week, and I hope you've been able to enjoy riding along with me and enjoying this experience vicariously. Thanks so much.